We haven't said it yet, but welcome to Master of Unlocking Podcast.
If you haven't already left, get out now.
I think they should.
I think
that
if
might have
we-
been the most intriguing conversation we've had.
If we had regular listeners, I think they would all be very curious what we talk about before the intro.
Oh, that's
Because every week we come in with "Welcome to Master of Unlocking Podcast," giving each other a glare. It will forever remain a mystery.
whoever said the grossest thing before we
It's
started.
usually what it is,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
That's
So,
a paid feature.
It is a paid feature.
Subscribe to Unlocked
yeah. You get the pre-show.
Speaking of, I mean,
and the pre-com.
I have. there we go, and welcome to the Master of Unlocking Podcast. There's the glare.
I did it. I did it.
Now I have two options.
Yeah. You do. You've got a lot of options
Yeah.
today. So I've been neglectful because we do have a just audio only audience.
Mhm.
So that I'm Logan, farther across the hall over there. The hall. I don't know why I said the hall, but it's Caleb. Say hello to your friends.
Hello, friends.
Jason, say hello to your friends.
Hello, friends.
No Jim Nance.
Hello, friends.
There we go. That's what I was
Friends.
looking for.
Hello, friends.
I feel
How
like I'm
did-
ready to watch some golf.
Good Sunday
It's
afternoon nap.
tradition unlike any other. The master of Unlocking Podcast.
There you go.
Yeah,
See?
yeah,
You
there we
can turn
go.
this into something. We can Jim Nance this.
There we go.
Maybe that's how we'll do that from now
Do you
on.
guys think we'll get DMCA'd if one of you put in the little piano noise after I said that
Maybe
in post?
the Masters piano music.
You know that?
Well, now
Um,
we will because you just did it perfectly.
Thank you so much.
Pitch perfect tonight.
Yeah, you guys are.
I
You're
know.
so welcome. I'm glad I came. Wait, no.
No. Back to the beginning again. All
Welcome
right.
to the Master of
Unlocking Podcast.
Reset it again.
Okay. We ate something again this week.
We did.
We had the Texas what? Texas Twister Coney dog? Is that what it was?
That sounds right.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas. There was those
Texas
words
and
in it.
Coney.
Yeah.
Right, both
Yeah.
in there.
So
Yeah.
from Sonic. So we mixed it up. Didn't have a sandwich unless we're not even. I don't even want to get in the debate if a hot dog is a sandwich. It's not a sandwich.
No, it is. But move on.
But moving on.
2 to 3. Quickly say it's a sandwich. Moving on.
All right. Okay. Anyway, this thing is a chili dog with cheese and onion rings on the top of it.
Yeah.
It's 1,170 calories.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that as we were looking at this to begin with, but
Yeah.
it was fine. I mowed the yard, did a little workout that day. It was okay.
Good for you.
What did everybody think? As we start with Caleb, because you picked this.
That's true. This might be the worst thing we've eaten.
Dude, it was so gross. It was so gross. I did not enjoy it at all. I ate like half of it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I was super hungry because all I ate was a salad that day. So I
Mhm.
did manage to eat the whole thing, but it was not enjoyable, especially that last half when your mouth is already full of salt and you're putting more salt in there. Yeah.
I took the first couple bites with the onion rings on it, and then the onion rings came off. The whole rest of the hot dog, it's a foot long, so I mean,
Yeah. And you
I had
pretty much
10
have
inches
to eat
left.
it with a fork.
Really?
Did you not?
No.
Okay.
Maybe you were served the messy.
Yeah, it was super messy.
Mine was all right.
Yeah, all depends, man. We're finding that fast food isn't this.
Mhm.
There is still room for. It's not like they're measuring individual things in there. There's still room for over saucing, under saucing.
Mm-hmm. I was Friday night for me. I don't know.
Good
So,
way to end the week.
It was a good way to end the week, I guess if you want to call it that.
Mine was a shameful lunch by myself at the island.
Yeah, that's about right.
And the vibe was bad. The food was bad. The dog got some hot dog. So I mean,
Do you like
yeah.
chili cheese dogs to begin with?
no, not me.
Oh, okay.
Not me. No, I don't really. I do like hot dogs, but I like my hot dogs. I like ketchup on my hot dog. Sorry, hot dog people. I apologize.
That's
I
a
go-
Chicago.
I like
Chicago
ketchup.
people hate.
I like mustard. I'll maybe even do some nacho cheese on a hot dog. I'll do a cheese slice on a hot dog. Like I like hot dogs, but I like them my way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't typically do the chili cheese dog thing. I like chili by itself, but something about this was like, maybe I don't like the Sonic chili.
Sonic chili's not good. Their hot dog was also like super cheap. Like
Yeah, mine was
it-
very rubbery.
you know how you can get the good hot dogs or you can get like the 8-pack for 50 cents or whatever. This was like that. Yeah.
This is like below Oscar Mayer
Yeah.
grade. Yeah, I agree. I wasn't a big fan of the Frank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot great going on. I don't mind a chili cheese dog. I don't seek it out. I mean, if there is a buffet spread of, hey, we made burgers, brats, and hot dogs at a cookout, the hot dog is the lowest tier for me.
Me too. Below brat for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If we're putting wieners on buns.
Oh yeah, just like a regular cookout. Yeah, I wouldn't. But like a good Chicago style hot dog, I'm in on that.
Oh, see, I'm not a.
So you like mustard, onions, giardiniera
Just
guy?
put everything on there. Everything you got in the kitchen. Yeah.
All of it?
Pickle, tomato, onion. Put it all on there.
Yeah, if somebody pre-packages one, I'll eat it
Yeah.
as is, like as it's presented. I'm with you there. Yeah.
Or just like going to a stadium and just getting a plain dog,
That's
nothing on it.
dude. Yeah, that's living.
I would say the golf course hot dog. Sometimes the one that's been sitting on a roller all day. Like they
the-
usually make them nice and thick.
The
there.
7-Eleven hot dog.
These are usually, I will say, the golf course hot dog for whatever reason is usually a thicker dog.
How many Budweisers in are we?
But we're usually, I mean, to make it a
3.
solid, 2-3 solid Budweisers in.
So I mean, anything's gonna taste good.
Yeah, and you
3
got to get it.
diesels.
You're getting it at the turn, so you're already 9 holes in, 3 Budweisers in, and you just need something.
Some sun on you.
Some sun. It quenches the summertime desire of that and gives you an extra 5 yards on your next swing.
We got a lot of other stuff to talk about. So 2.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, one.
I managed to eat it, so I can't give it a 1.
I would say a 3. Yeah, this is
a bad one.
This is a bad one. Do we have an item for next week?
So I have an idea. Wait, what was this thing you had suggested last week?
It was just some other crazy burger at Hardee's.
Okay. There's one thing I saw, but it's a little controversial, I guess.
Controversial food?
Yeah.
Now I'm in.
So Subway has they have melts now, which I thought sounded interesting. But then I read that there's a lot of franchise owners that are refusing to make them because they think they're dangerous to make.
I'm sorry. What makes it dangerous?
I guess you have to put them in the toaster ovens by hand for some reason. I'm not really sure about this whole thing, but
Like you can't use their little spat.
yeah, that's what I would. I was like, I don't understand the problem here, but
I was just
The
looking.
cookie sheet with the handle, right?
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Whatever
I
that
was like,
thing is.
I didn't know what that thing's called.
Whatever it is, it's a big ass spatula.
It's just a big ass spatula. Yeah.
So that might be an option unless our local Subways aren't doing that. I don't know, but unless you have something else.
I just opened up Chew Boom here to see if there was anything.
yeah,
on
I scrolled
there,
through it a little bit and didn't really
Okay.
see much, but
and mine just froze on me.
there a Wendy's has a new burger.
Oh really?
It was like the bourbon barbecue burger or something like that.
I would do that just
You
to
wanna do that?
redeem fast food for me.
It was that bad this week.
Yeah, I'm scarred. I'm
Okay.
not doing well. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
The bourbon barbecue. What is
Something bourbon. It had bourbon in the name. I don't remember.
It's got barbecue sauce.
yeah, I'm
And
pretty
it's
sure.
a Wendy's burger.
Yeah.
All right, this should be
The-
at least a 5.
It can be.
If it's a Wendy's
it could
patty,
be a 5.
it should be at least a 5.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's do that.
Make sure
Okay.
you're selective on which Wendy's you go to because they're hit or miss here in town.
Yeah. I've
Ooh.
I've
Yeah.
had I don't know. I guess I've had good experiences at the ones in Normal, but the West Side one I've not been to, I don't think.
The one
Oh,
on
like the
North Main,
Market?
I've had good luck with.
Okay.
The one on College, I have not.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that
Agreed.
one. Really?
Agreed. Yeah,
Okay.
the one
All
in
right.
college tends to be very hit or miss.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll go to the good
And by
one.
that, I would say I'm over 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go to the one on Rab then.
Ah, the
or off of
bourbon.
Rab.
Bacon. Cheeseburger.
Bourbon bacon cheeseburger.
It's got bacon?
Bacon
Well done, Caleb.
cheeseburger.
Okay.
Wendy's is celebrating the launch of their new bourbon bacon cheeseburger by giving one free via Postmates with a minimum Wendy's purchase of $15.
Yeah, I'm not spending $15 at Wendy's.
That's always those delivery deals are like, God, I'm just kind of hungry. I'm not trying to feed
Right.
like 5 people.
right.
Jeez.
You guys might be able to hit that with family stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm usually looking though at like the very shameful time of night. Like
Yeah.
I'm like it's like 8:30 and I'm hungry and everyone's in bed and
Yeah.
I'm like, do I just order 3 Monster Burgers? Like, when I do what I do here, is that what you want from me, app, with your deal? Is that what you want? You want me to get 3 Colonel's chicken sandwiches?
So let me rattle off the official. The bourbon bacon cheeseburger features a quarter pound of fresh, never frozen beef, topped with applewood smoked bacon, American cheese, crispy onions, and a sweet, smoky bourbon bacon sauce on a lightly toasted premium bun.
Okay. So we're back to crispy onions. Hopefully that's all right.
I will take a bite with them.
Okay.
If they are good, I will keep them on. If they are not, I will take them off.
Fair.
I will order it the way it was originally meant to be made.
God
You can
intended
also,
this sandwich.
Yeah, as God intended this sandwich. Now, here's the question. The bacon cheeseburger is available in a single, double, or a triple.
Get whichever one you want.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. It is a quarter pound burger to start with.
Oh,
plus,
wow, okay.
Plus bacon to start with.
God, 3/4.
All right, triple. You're right, Logan.
Yep. It's triple. I mean,
3/4 of a pound.
mhm.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, we're just looking to clog your arteries straight
Yeah.
up. I mean,
Mine are too wide.
they're just way too wide. They need narrowed up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have too good of blood flow. I need something to.
Right.
Mhm. Speaking of blood flow, there's a new Resident Evil game, and there's blood flowing
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere, man.
Wow. Before we start this,
Yeah.
can I talk about my random quick experience at going to Target to get this?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I roll into Target at 8:00 when they're getting ready to open, and I was like, "Why are there 15 people outside of Target?"
Pokemon
already?
cards.
You'd think they were Pokemon
Really?
cards.
Okay.
They were all there for baseball cards.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I didn't know that was a thing now. And they were letting people in 2 at a time to go get them. I'm like, can I just go back to electronics? But I mean, I fit the demographic.
Yeah.
I was a little smaller, maybe than some of those folks, but I fit the age demo, and so they thought I was there for that. I was like, can I just go get some milk and a video game? And they were like,
I want milk in a video game.
yeah, so they let me through. I was just kind of like, because I first asked the guy, I was like, I'm like, are you here for Resident Evil? He was like, Resident what? I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
I just didn't realize that sports cards were now a thing and that they released on Fridays and there was a line of people outside.
Hobby grade everything, like through the frickin' roof right
Yeah,
now.
I know, right?
That reminds me, I'll have a video game haul in a few weeks. It will be substantial.
Nice.
I'm just going to do it all at once.
Okay.
All right.
When my shopping is over. I have gone through GameEye and eBay back and forth all day. It's
Just
kind of a problem.
looking at prices, looking at everything.
At some point, you just got to pull the trigger on it.
Well,
So-
and I've been able to, I have a line, and everything I've gotten has been under market value.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'll watch an auction, I'll have the line, and like for example, the other day I got a game that was $60 under market value,
Mhm.
and I had watched maybe 12 of them go at market value, and then boom, this one I was the max bidder, just under value.
It's happened a couple times with me where I've gotten that I've pulled off, or there's even some that just are like make an offer, and I got Simpsons Road Rage for I think $20 under value. I mean that thing's only like $50, but I got it for $30 just because it was like
Make an offer.
I just was like, well, what happens? He tells me no,
Right, yeah.
and so
What's the worst that could
okay,
happen?
like some people just want to unload that stuff and they'll take it whatever for it, especially if it's sitting up there for a week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
sorry, video game prices are up too, like everything
Yeah.
else.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you guys in Resident Evil? I know where Logan is because I was watching him play or just a
Yeah,
minute ago.
I am.
Logan-
I want to know where Jason's
Yeah, I
at
wanna know where
first before
Jason's
I
at,
talk.
so we can-
I just finished the first boss encounter of the game.
So, Lady Dimitrescu?
No, her daughter.
Oh, okay.
The first daughter. Because that's a mini boss, I guess you would say.
I guess you would call that
Yeah.
a mini boss. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, because
Mm.
there's a thing to figure out. It's not an average enemy kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
you can't just shoot it.
I have 30 bullets later. It's like, I've got to do something else. And then I found the path that I was
I'll
supposed
reload
to
my
take.
save.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. By the that reminds me. Is it auto checkpointing regularly? Auto saving beyond typewriters?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time understanding where those happen. Or
There's
is
a
it a fairly
very quick
Yep.
upper left, like white
Circle.
dot.
is that fairly generous? You guys
Yep.
are finding?
Yep.
I
Well,
should have just went back to
I
my
guess
auto
let's put it
save.
this way: you couldn't reload from that space like you'd have to reload from your last save.
No, you can reload from a checkpoint.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
I guess I haven't. I haven't had that.
But
happen
it
yet.
might have, when she went down, it might have checkpointed again and overwrote that. So you might have not been able to anyway.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of saves,
Mm-hmm.
the first typewriter I came across was in. It was in. Is it Lady Lucia's house? Something.
Oh, okay.
Where you meet the surviving members of the town.
Lucia,
Something like. I think it's Lucia. I want to say
Something like
something
that,
like
Yeah.
that. So no save room music. I know we talked about that on the pod. Pissed off about it.
There are maybe Caleb? Probably 2 or 3 that actually have music.
Yeah, not many. At least not that I
many
noticed.
do.
I noticed the second time you meet with Duke, the music is in there.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
room-
really like
yeah.
this. It's a remixed version, a modernized
Mhm.
version, but it's really understated.
Mm.
So I would
There's-
wish that was more prominent.
There's
but
just not a whole lot of typewriters in general.
really
Like they're pretty far apart.
Yeah, I would
interesting.
say, because you're not backtracking a ton, especially when you get out of the house. Yeah, I mean, you're probably 20 minutes sometimes between typewriters
Yeah.
for sure.
okay. That's why I was asking.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why they made the checkpoint system a little better.
Yeah.
I still am a little nervous always about like I still want to get to a save before I officially stop.
Me
like,
too.
Where I'm at. I still don't quite trust the save game state or or quick resume or whatever you want to call it. You're not very far in.
Yeah.
Like, I can't
Yeah.
talk.
Okay, good. That's good to know because that will let me know where I can talk up to.
You've seen at this point that there's not just Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, I've met the 4 of them.
The 4 of them. So you know that that's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That there are 4 other. They don't really have names, do they?
It's almost like a Metal Gear Solid 4 kind of thing going on.
Yeah. When I say they have names, but they don't have like a group name, do they?
They're just.
Or
I
they
don't want to spoil anything either,
right,
but they are a family.
right. They're
So-
like
Oh,
Miranda.
she does say
The children of Miranda or whatever.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
hear that. Yeah, she
Mhm.
said my older brother or little brother. I can't remember which.
Yeah, because
When I
there's
went
Lady
to the manor.
Dimitrescu, Heisenberg, Moreau, and Dollmaker. It's a Dollmaker, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was Dollmaker.
She has a name, but now I can't remember what it is.
Because there's some Cassandra.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because her last name is like Dormammu or something like that.
But anyway, you're getting farther ahead than we should be talking.
I
So
know. I'm just
reel it
talking
back.
names.
Reel it
yeah,
back.
reel it back in.
Get a hold of yourself.
That first section though, Lady Dimitrescu, she's a real good bad guy. Like just she's a 9-foot woman with with retractable.
Watching her, and I don't know how many you've gotten up to at this point yet, but watching her go through doorways is just hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, where she's just literally like has to pull
It's like,
herself up and
if
through.
you were that tall, why would you build your house with standard doorways?
Did they explain her height?
No.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Well,
but-
maybe in a file or something that I didn't read.
I
but
didn't see one. I haven't seen why. I mean,
I don't know what it is about the file. I'm reading all of the files so far. Maybe I'll get tired. I definitely didn't read them all. In
there's
7.
not that many. I don't
No,
feel like.
there's
and I
like-
feel like they're very short.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're easier to consume.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I feel
like
like the story of
40
this
some
one,
total, I think. So not many
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, just this isn't spoiling anything, but I feel like the story of this one just. I shouldn't say grounded, but
It's
9-foot woman.
because it's not
Totally grounded.
But I feel like it's a little more straightforward than 7 was. Like,
No.
really?
7 was basically there's one family you're trying to escape from, and the whole game is it's a very simple story. This
But
has
then-
a lot more
But
going
then
on
there's
than
all
that.
the stuff that happens after you get out of the family. That's where 7
Okay.
lost me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
you're not quite. There's more.
Okay. We've determined I'm about an hour or 2 away from finishing it.
I think
from
yeah.
where I'm at with because
Yeah.
I just pulled up where I was. I was like, all right, how far away am I? Because I thought I was a lot closer than I was, but I'm not, and I'm about 8 hours in, pushing close to 8 hours in. Caleb thought he was close to 10.
It was like 10.5, I think, on the first run.
Mm-hmm. And you and I are probably doing the same. Like I'm leaving no nook or cranny.
Yeah.
Like I'm running around looking for everything.
I didn't stress out too much if a room was still red and I just could not find the last thing. I didn't stress out too much about it. But
there's a couple rooms that I was just like, I don't understand how this room is still red.
a lot of them have like gems hanging from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them, like even after scouring the ceiling, I'm like, there's nothing else here.
I can't remember if it's the church or the altar in like the main area.
Yeah.
The main central area. It's just red, and I don't know why.
It's that picture
There
up top.
picture.
There's a gem and a picture up top. For where you're talking about. It was the first one of those I found.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe I missed it then.
It's up top on a picture frame, and it's
really small.
it's blinky because I was
I
obsessively
can find
looking
a lot of
around,
those. Yeah,
and
but
then I looked up, and it's a picture frame. You shoot it down, and it's one of the like
maybe I'm
the
spinning.
2000 Lee whatever it
Mhm.
is, whatever the currency is, 2000 like gem
Mhm.
things, diamond whatever. That was actually helped me because I was like, oh, I'm gonna see more of this because I saw it going, and I didn't have any handgun ammo. Came back, got some handgun ammo, went up there, shot it, didn't see it drop, and then like, but it's not glowing anymore. Like I didn't actually like see
it fall. I think they usually just like no, they're on the
They
floor.
might do that.
Oh no,
right?
they
Have you seen
definitely
them fall?
Yeah.
I've seen about half and half is what I would say.
Man, I've done 2 of them. Both times I was like, I didn't watch it. Like you've seen a thing that I haven't seen.
There's a room late in the game where there's literally like 8 of those, like hanging from the ceiling.
Jeez. Well, I mean, it's a way for you to boost currency
Right.
late
Yeah.
in the game, right?
Yeah, that's.
Go see your guy Duke.
Yeah.
I will say I have not.
The
I'm
Duke
not
is amazing.
needed for currency.
Yeah, pretty
So
good.
that is something I guess as you're
Okay.
playing through. I don't know if you have.
I had leads me into where I am in the game.
Yeah, you're on playthrough number what?
Yeah, right. Done.
I just started playthrough number 4.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, right.
Playthrough number 3 was exclusively because I didn't have enough money to buy everything I wanted to buy.
Oh,
so
really?
I literally did an entire playthrough just to get enough money to buy the things I wanted to buy.
What was your hour count on that run?
So first run was about 10.5.
Okay.
Second run I did knife only, speed run, spend less than 1,000 currency, and and use less than 4 healing items. I combined all of those into one run, and it was I just made another 3 hours. It was like 257. But I did get lost in one of the late game areas because I couldn't remember where to go to. So it's really not that hard.
Does
to do
anything
the 3
carry
hours.
over?
Yeah, all your stuff carries over.
All your stuff carries
Yeah.
over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you can only use a knife.
Yeah.
And
Which
that's an achievement or a trophy.
but there's when you finish the game there's a post game shop where you can unlock new weapons, and there's a knife in there that's like literally like quadruple the damage of the knife you have.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I'm like, how are you taking out guys if
Yeah.
you have no?
Yeah, but so one of the items in that shop is you can also buy infinite ammo for certain guns. But in order to buy infinite ammo for a gun, it has to have every attachment on it and fully upgraded in the Duke shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted the infinite ammo for the Magnum,
Mm-hmm. Why
Right.
not?
so I had to fully upgrade the Magnum and get both the attachments, and which is 2.5 million currency to do.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like
So
some of those, when you start getting up there in numbers, like it's. I think the most recent thing, one of the things I saw was like 390,000 for my next upgrade or something on another thing.
Yep.
I was like, whoa! I was like, okay, like here I am sitting on 100,000 right
Yeah.
now, and like thinking I'm going through the game decently well, but
So my next run, the 4th run, is going to be the Village of Shadows difficulty, which is the highest difficulty, but I have an infinite Magnum. So
Yeah.
I should be okay. I actually started it right before I came over,
Mhm.
and I got to the very first like ambush with the werewolves,
Mhm.
and oh my god, they just swarmed me, and I died like instantly.
Really
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little. That part I think is going to be a little tricky.
interesting.
That was one of the hardest parts. I
Yeah.
felt like was that ambush with the werewolves at the beginning. That's the only time I've died. Like other than falling into something of my own stupidity.
Yeah. So I might just have to take that a little more cautiously, carefully. I'm used to playing on because I've done the speed runs on casual, so I'm used to
Oh.
just like running in and just mowing stuff down. You know.
Yeah, you're
but-
gonna have to run around. I
Yeah.
started on standard. What did Jason? What did you start on?
Casual,
Okay.
for sure.
Am I just the only moron here that started on standard, or
No, I mean, do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if I was going into this thinking I'm only going to play this game one time, then I probably would have just done standard as
Yeah,
well.
I guess I'm not sure where I'm gonna. I wasn't sure where I was gonna go. If
Yeah.
I was gonna play this game 4 times, as of right now, depending on how good Returnal is, so I think I might play this game 4 times. I'm just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got Returnal and through GameFly today, so I don't know if it'll be any good or not. But
Yeah, I finished the game and immediately just started New Game Plus. Like right after finishing it, I'm like, I don't know what it is about the like seven was the same way. Like I
yeah,
just
you were the same way.
I want to get
so-
right back in and do it all over again.
Yeah, I think if I do it that way, I'd rather like I'm. Yeah, I'll probably take a quick break and do some Returnal just because it's a GameFly game, but then I'll go right back into
Yeah.
RE.
The other thing is like you know all of the puzzle solutions, so you
Right.
can just fly through it.
Mm-hmm. I will say that I don't think the puzzles are like super difficult.
No, they're
There's
not.
the one place that's all puzzle,
Yeah.
but even
That's really been, and I'll keep it generic, but that's
Mhm.
really only been my only real complaint about the game is the areas where you want them to be long are too short, and the areas you want to be short are too long.
yes, I would say so far my experience would be the same. Because the one section
Like the section going, I'll just say up until the castle,
Mhm.
I thought was too long because it's pretty linear and
Mhm.
it's just stuff's attacking you constantly.
yeah,
But then the castle I thought was too short. So
yes, and then that part after the castle also too short.
yeah.
But then,
But-
yeah, some of the other areas, the areas that get really combat heavy, just they're kind of a little long.
Yeah.
That I agree with you there. Like that's where the back half of that game is, at least where I'm at right now, and kind of like, I mean, I'm still having fun, but it's like, oh, come on, like
Yeah.
really, like we've got another section of this, like okay, fine.
Yep.
So,
But yeah, I obviously love this game. It's
Right.
been absolute blast.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's real good. I'm glad I took the day off on Friday to at least
Yeah.
get going on it, but obviously I don't. Then the weekend happened, and
Yeah.
so yeah, softball happened. Everything else that just ran into it, but yeah. So Jason, once you start to get into this, it'll be. I think you'll like it. It's definitely going to be up your alley for sure. But
Yeah.
I'd be curious if this one, if I'm interested in completing runs or if I'm just done. I don't know. We'll see.
How did you feel about 7 that way? Were you one and done on that?
Yeah, I was one and done
Okay.
on it. Yeah, I really liked 7 a lot, but I didn't want to replay it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what this is like. This one's got more interesting combat from what I can tell so far. It's got different enemy types, so there is something going on there. Also,
yeah,
this one leans more towards the legacy of RE4.
Yep.
And RE4 is like my 5th or 6th favorite game ever.
yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, it depends on that. The thing is a total package. Do you think you'll do Mercenaries? That's something
See,
that I really
that's
liked
the
with
thing.
4.
But I think it's different. I think Mercenaries is different.
Is it different?
So the way I haven't tried it yet, but the way I heard it described was it's how do I want to say it? You like shop at the beginning. They give you a certain amount of money to shop at the beginning, and then there'll be a ton of enemies, and you're trying to combo them to get to the next section where you get more money and can buy more stuff. Is that what Mercenaries was before?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. Yeah, it's like It is a multiplier
Okay.
system. Yeah.
I see, and that's so I'm gonna go for getting every trophy. Maybe that's the exception of it though, because I don't
Okay.
know if I really want to play mercenaries. I've heard that so there's 4 levels, and each level has a and a B, and I've heard that the Bs are pretty difficult.
Okay.
So I don't know if I want to grind through that or not.
Did you enjoy that with 4? Did you play with 4, Logan?
I mean, it wasn't my favorite mode. I played it a little bit. I know it was like your jam there for a while.
Yeah, I really, really, really liked it.
Is this mercenaries mode though? I guess for this game, is this versus CPUs, or are you trying? Or is this all multiplayer?
No, it's not multiplayer.
Right.
CPU. It's like a time trial experience multiplier
Okay.
game mode. Yeah, no, it's just you and you're in like a gauntlet of character, a combat arena, basically. It's like a Doom combat arena.
It's a little like a horde mode kind of.
Sort of,
Yeah.
a little bit
Mm.
different, sort of. Yeah. Same kind of idea.
Oh, now I remember what this is. Okay. Was
You're
there? Did they
thinking
try
about
to make
4.
a weird multiplayer thing with Resident Evil at one point?
Yeah, that's not this though.
Okay, that's where I thought it was, because you could do 4-player in that though, right? And like on GameCube, like, wasn't there like like you could split it up and actually like compete against friends or whatever, like on
That was
couch co-op though?
that was Outbreak. That wasn't Resident Evil 4.
It wasn't.
It was Outbreak.
Hmm.
This is same system generation, but it was like one of the early like network adapter games for the PS2.
I definitely see what you mean though with your comparison to 4, because it's like, well, I mean, the obvious comparison: you start in a village, then you go to a castle. But
Yeah.
it
Yes.
definitely it has a similar feel. It feels like 4 and 7 had a baby, kind of in a way.
Yeah, because I like 7 a lot, but I would definitely choose 4, right? And 4 is pretty combat heavy, but it also does a nice job. I don't know, maybe it's because it's Leon and 8 is there, and there is some lineage there for the rest of the franchise. So I don't know. How do you feel about the way this connects to the rest of it, as far as like the Resident Evil canon?
It does and it doesn't. It almost seems to me like that 7 was kind of a soft reboot for that, because this definitely continues the story of 7.
Right.
Ethan. And even like late in the game, it really goes into that 7 story.
Okay.
But there are characters from previous games, but not a whole lot of connective plot or anything like that.
It's interesting that where Capcom is, they've remade 2, they've remade 3. Those were both in between 7 and 8, and they gotta be remaking 1 right now.
The rumor is they're remaking 4. So
That's crazy.
I mean, 1
4 already?
I mean,
I
1.
mean, that's like a 20-year-old game.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people who've never played 4.
I get that. It's just that it's been remastered so many times is why I say that.
Yeah.
And now it's getting a VR look. Like, it seems like every 2 years 4 is re-released. And so I get it, like 4 is due as well, but I don't know. What about 1?
I mean, 1 has kind of had that, like when it had the GameCube thing, and then they re-released 1 and 0 recently on, I think, on all
Xbox
Xbox and
yeah.
on
When was
Switch.
that GameCube remake?
Well, the GameCube remake would have been.
Was that before
It
4?
was before 4.
So
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
I just want, like, I wonder how people would react, or maybe they don't want that, or maybe they feel like it's too hard to do. I think it's probably easier to please with RE4, but if you go back to 1 and you don't get it right,
Yeah.
I just look at like how nice this 8 looks, and the way they do early on, the way they do suspense in 8 before you get to these shooting galleries, it's pretty solid. Like, they do a really good job of.
I've had some. I would say at least 5 solid jump scares.
Really?
Yeah,
Because usually I'm pretty jumpy, and I haven't.
I've been a little jumpy with this one. I don't know why.
Down in the cellars and like the cells, it's pretty, like, you're hearing things,
Yeah.
and it's pretty
Mhm.
even after playing Maiden. Like it's pretty unsettling down there. They do a nice job.
Yeah.
I think it would be if they relooked at one. I don't know. I just feel like we're due.
There's another area, and Logan probably knows what I'm talking about. That is super creepy, and maybe not necessarily jump scary, but creepy. So I will be very curious to hear your reaction.
It
on
was
that
very
one.
much you're sitting down here in my basement in the dark. You got the surround sound speakers up here that are a little, you're hearing things in places that feel right, and yeah. So yeah, it got me a few times, that's for sure. Of just like, oh shit, God, like just like, and I should have even seen some of them coming, but still just like, oh okay, like they, I'm not like jumping out of my skin, but it is more of just like, God damn it, didn't think that was coming. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, okay, I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna caveat it two ways first.
Okay.
One is, like, literally this game came out on Friday, so it's still very, very fresh in my mind.
Today's Monday, for
Yeah.
the record.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe some time will make me feel differently. But caveat number two is that I didn't play the Resident Evil games as you guys did, like when they were new and fresh. I didn't play the newest release as it came out. I went back to all of them except for 7. 7 was the first one. Actually, maybe 5. Kind of played near release, but whatever. 7 and 8 are the only two that I really played like on launch. So with those two caveats, I think Village might be my favorite one. Like I said, that might change, but as of right now, like, I think it takes the structure of 7 and then merges that back in with the old school Resident Evil feel to it, and I think it's really successful in doing that.
Is it Village or 8-age?
It's just, if you look at like the store pages and whatever, there's
It
no
says-
8 in
no,
there
it just
anywhere.
says Village
it just
everywhere.
says Village. So
I
I've just been
know.
calling it Village, but
Yeah,
I think you're right. That's what I would call
it's
it.
Village,
Village.
but
Yeah.
but we all know it's 8.
we all know it's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, more to come on Resident Evil.
Yeah.
In the
I've been playing Resident Evil for a long time.
And this is some Resident Evil. Like, as soon as you pick up like a plate of something that goes into a wall, like, you're okay.
Yeah.
A
Yep.
crest of, a
Mhm.
plate of, an emerald or gem of some kind. Yeah.
There's-
Caleb, every time you talk about speed running 7 and now 8, I didn't know that's what I was doing when I was a kid, you know? And that's how I played RE1 over and over and over. First time I unlocked the rocket launcher with unlimited ammo, and then I unlocked the Magnum, and just kept playing it, trying to beat my time over and over and over. You start to know the enemy patterns and where to go, and so
Yep. And you know, like, exactly, it's almost like playing an adventure game, because
Yeah.
you're just like, I need to go here, get that plate, put it here, then that'll unlock this key, and I can use that key on this door. And you're just trying to get from place to place as fast as possible. It's so much fun. I
And
love doing that.
how that happens organically is really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you just remember. It's like a fun little game of memory.
Right.
I don't think I've done that with a game since. I don't speedrun games, but that's the one. So what I'm saying is if 8 is your favorite and 1 is my favorite, I think they're the favorite for the same reason.
Yeah.
Except, you're talking to like 13-year-old Jason here, which is crazy that they took 7. It's this different and new thing, but then they applied like the same rules, the same ideas, and let people run it the same way they ran their old games. And I just I think that's genius,
Yeah.
because it can unite someone who loves the old stuff the way that I do, and you that loves the new stuff. We have this common interest, and the games are literally decades apart from one another.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but I've only seen one Umbrella logo.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I kind of asked you about that, because of who I am, and I remember the way it felt to open up those mansion doors and like have it be this just grand mystery. You know, you saw the loading screen.
Yeah.
You know,
Now the door's just open.
like
But you still sometimes want them to open slowly. You're
You
like,
kinda
oh god,
do.
what's gonna be on the
Yeah.
other side of this?
Why is the music low?
Yeah.
Or like the
I hear
elevator that
footsteps
just keeps
somewhere.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the seller. Like, what is this thing? And there's
Yeah.
a new enemy, and it's around me, and I'm like,
Or you
I'm
start
360 spinning
when
looking
you start
for
to
it.
hear that heel click, the like click click click, click
Mhm.
like the heels on the hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about it. Like, I wish it could all like tie back into this neat package, but I feel like it's kind of expanded to this unwieldiness that it'll never ever make sense how Umbrella's involved with all of this, or how Stars is involved in all of this.
Yeah.
And I so badly want that to make sense because of it's for Barry, man. You know, all right?
Barry sacrificed it all for
Barry
us.
Burton, all right? You know, come on. You know?
At this point, it's they're past that. This is Ethan's story now. Like,
I know.
yeah,
I that's
Have you guys
I
seen
get
what
it.
Ethan looks like?
yeah,
It's real dumb.
it's real dumb. Yeah,
Yeah, like Ethan looks bad.
his name's Ethan.
yeah.
Mhm. There is. We'll wait till next week
Yeah.
because there's one part I laughed for like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know
Were you not
exactly
supposed
what
to
you're
laugh?
talking about.
Okay.
No,
Are you supposed
It's
to laugh?
funny.
Okay.
Like it's.
Okay.
There's no way that any human being could have made that part and been like, yes, people are going to think this is very serious. No way. No way.
People are going to think
It
this is
is.
very serious.
It's at Lady Dimitrescu's house when he flips the switch, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Well, that and then like
Right. Yeah.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
That's. I didn't want to get
Yeah.
into it, but yeah, like that. Yeah, I had to pause, just laughing.
It's like
hysterically.
it really takes you out of the this was so creepy and it puts you back into the okay, I'm playing a video game.
like I couldn't stop. Like so yeah, Jason. You're probably about an hour away from this moment.
Yeah.
and it was something. Like it was just.
It's
like,
amazing. It's
what?
amazing.
It's real good.
Especially given everything that's happened up till that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough for RE8 for the week. RE Village. Gosh dang, I don't know what I'm gonna say with that. How's the show going? Still showing?
Yeah. I play the show at lunch with one of our close friends since I'm working at home. So every day at lunchtime we play the show, which is pretty great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know this friend. So yeah, we
What is he doing during the day?
nothing.
now I'm
know.
questioning. Like, Brooke, what are you doing? Yeah.
I mean he's cooking, he's laying down floors, I don't know, he's organizing the garage, he's doing whatever.
Who
So,
knows what that man is doing at any given hour of any given day?
it's-
It could
I
be
mean,
anything.
It really is anything. Yeah, and it's always like, you're doing what? What are you doing? It's always amazing.
If he called you guys and was like, "Yeah, I'm in Tokyo, just eating some sushi and watching a movie," and you'd be like, "Oh, cool."
My
You
buddy,
would you would have no like.
No.
You'd be like, "Yeah, okay, for sure."
my buddy, we were on a plane. We're here.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Yeah.
that would happen to you.
That is exactly those are the things that happen to him. That's just what happens to.
So we play the show every day at lunch, and it's awesome. And the Cardinals are in Game 2 of the World Series.
Oh, okay.
So
you're really moving along.
We're
with
near
that
the
thing.
end of the March to October. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like last night, it had auto resumed my game with our friend from lunch. I turned it on, and then instead of playing Village, I just played more show because it was just there and it was on. So I know.
I get
Shake my
it.
head.
I know.
Get it.
It
Sometimes
was just there.
like lately, I haven't been playing video games during the week like at all, just
Oh.
because after work I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Good
I
for
want to
you.
just like
You
chill.
do you, man.
Yeah.
You do you. Whatever you want to do.
So I get that. You take the easy way out sometimes.
I did. That's totally what I did
Yeah.
last night. Yep. And I was like, it got to be like 10, and I was like, oh, we're podcasting tomorrow. I should have put whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, 11 o'clock tomorrow. Where I got my calendar blocked for an hour to play the show with him tomorrow.
That's
Before I have to go through the meeting gauntlet of the morning, take a break, meeting gauntlet in the afternoon, but in the middle I get the show. So that's pretty good. It's pretty all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things like Logan, It Takes Two, shared experience.
Mhm.
So like that's undoubtedly making the show more enjoyable for me because it's just it's an hour of escapism for a day, and I get to BS with a friend. Like it's pretty all right. So I like the show. It's pretty good.
We played like another hour of It Takes Two this week.
Yeah, How far do you think we are?
Oh,
Are you in the tree?
we're in the tree.
Okay.
So we're about ready to fight the bee.
So you're probably what
A quarter probably.
a third maybe.
A quarter to a third, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because after that, then we'll go to Rose's room. I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And at the end of Rose's room is the halfway point.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm. But Rose's room's decently long.
it is. I think it's still by far the longest.
Yeah. And then the rest of them after that are all like an hour a pop.
Yep.
I would say.
The section we were in felt like it was pretty long.
It's lengthy. That section, that and then Rose's room are the lengthier portions of that game.
Okay.
And then after that, and at the end of Rose's room is where you saw when my daughter and I were playing that time you came in.
Oh yeah, right.
When
Stuffed
it was
animal torture.
Stuffed animal torture. Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. So. Hey, we can at least skip that scene, because you've seen it
Saw
already.
Yep, saw it.
So yeah. Any
You
other?
might need to watch it again. That scene is incredible.
It
If
is
we
pretty
do
great.
Moment of the Year, that's going to be nominated for sure.
Okay.
For me.
All right. That's fair. That is fair, actually. That's pretty bad.
Whew.
Yeah. Won't spoil that for anybody. Any other video games this week anybody played?
I finished Pokemon Snap.
Oh, yeah.
Finished as in finished?
So
Here we go.
okay, so I got to credits in Pokemon Snap.
Okay.
And I think this has led me to a realization that some games, like we talk about with TV, are meant to be played in different ways. Some TV shows, it's great to turn on and binge the whole season. Some TV shows you want to watch them once a week, right? I think Pokemon Snap would have done a lot better had I been plugging at it once a week. But I had it
That's
from
fair.
GameFly, so I felt the
Yeah.
pressure to play through
Yeah.
it, and so some of those later stages, I just made like one run through, and it's like, okay, I just get to the end here. But I might end up picking it up at some point, just buying it, and kind of just every other Saturday or something, plugging it away for an hour or so. Because I do think it's really good. I really enjoy playing it a lot. I got a little burnt out on it, I think.
I think that's
I
fair.
can see how that could happen.
Yeah.
Especially if you're grinding through a rental.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. That does seem like just a casual, like, enjoy here and there game.
Right. So I think, and it kind of, led me down the path of, I think I might need to cancel GameFly. Because I think it's time. And just pick up those one or two games a month that I know are going to be surefire things for me. And not worry about checking everything out like I used to. Like I said, I'm not playing games on weekdays anymore, really. I'm saving them for Saturdays and Sundays. So, I don't know. I feel like I kind of just want to, I'll just go buy Returnal and then, play it. Because I know it's at least high quality, Instead of trying to play, Nier and Monster Hunter and Pokemon Snap and like all that stuff at the same time, I just don't want to do that anymore.
Our little man's growing up.
I know.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm still doing GameFly, but that's because I don't want to spend $70 even on Returnal.
I think it kind of depends on individual situation, but I have that thought you're having probably once a year, but then I get overwhelmed with the volume of interest, and that's when I go to GameFly usually. So I get what you're saying, but let me ask you, do you think there will be a point where you're like 3 or 4 releases are out and you're anxious to play all of them? Do you go buy all 4 of those, or do you go back to GameFly?
I don't know.
Because I go back to GameFly when that happens.
I don't know.
But that's because I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy 1 or 2, right? But then 3 or 4 in the fall or when it's really hot and it's not like we're in the pandemic cycle, that's when I find myself going back there. But I have that thought too, especially now. I'm not a GameFly member because the volume's not there. I bought Resident Evil. he'll check out Returnal. You'll eventually play it, and then if, depending upon our conversations, maybe I'll buy that because there's still not a ton
Right.
coming out. You know?
There's also like the nagging thought in the back of my head that's like you can only play one game at a time. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can bounce between stuff, sure, but like for a primary game, you're really only playing one thing at a time. At least for me, I am.
Yeah, I'm looking at my GameFly queue right now. I have 3 games in my queue. That's it. Biomutant, which comes out at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Deathloop, which was supposed to come out this month and got moved to September. And then the next Dark Pictures anthology one thing that doesn't even have a date.
Right around the corner, that one.
Right.
Yeah.
It just says 12/30.
You don't have Ratchet and Clank in there?
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, I should have that.
See
in
that
there.
like stuff like Ratchet and Clank, I'm just gonna buy that. Like,
See, and I'm not a Ratchet guy, so I'd like to check it out, but
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's see.
I get what you're saying, but I have tried that and failed.
Really? Okay.
Just because it'll come there.
maybe it'll be a failed experiment. We'll
No,
see.
but it's worth trying.
Yeah.
I mean, what's worse? Oh, fire back up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm.
But there has always been a line for me where the fall or hit or late summer or, the big seasonal hit. And it's like lately, actually, for the past few years, it's been the spring where all of a sudden there'll be like 3 or 4 games I want to play.
Into Q1.
I can't buy all these because
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm going to like a couple of them. And then what I have done, which is how I didn't wind up with a copy of Resident Evil 7, what's happened is I will just GameFly everything because I have that subscription
Yeah.
rather than buying 2 and then splitting it. So I'd be curious to see if it works for you, if you feel like you have to go back because you buy 3 games or whatever, and then there's the other ones on the periphery that you want to play. I don't have the patience to wait for a sale,
Yeah.
and that's where GameFly steps in and
Right.
does it. So we'll see. I'm
But if
excited for
the-
this
If the
experiment.
volume goes down, but if I purchase just like 1 or 2, instead of trying to play everything on the planet like I used to.
That makes a
Also,
lot of
I mean,
sense.
it's like I need to stop stressing out about video games. you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. Yeah, no, I get that too. Yeah, and you're right. Like there usually is the core game that you're engaged with. You may have a couple of things. Like I have.
Yeah, I mean, you're
I'm
doing
playing
Assassin's Creed and Persona still, right?
Assassin's Creed, Persona, Cyber Shadow, The Show, Resident Evil. So I have 5 games I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
But you're right. There's only one. Turns out it's The Show. I guess after last night, it's The Show
It's the
and
show.
not Resident Evil.
Right.
That is the primary game. So maybe I'll just win the World Series and then make
Plus, I
primary.
mean, speaking of Assassin's Creed, I really want to just dive back in and just finish that beast.
Yeah, and
I want to devote like serious time and just get it done. I feel like I've been playing with like just batting at it for 3 years now. It seems like.
it's a lot of video game though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of game. Oh yeah, and then you guys are gonna finish Yakuza, right? Yeah. Okay, great, good for you.
No,
guys.
I
yeah.
definitely at some point in my life.
Oh, I was joking.
Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely do.
I look forward to
Yeah.
that day. Because when I became JRPG guy on the podcast and he stopped playing games during the week, things kind of got a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
Things are kind of odd right now when we're in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
weird
I
spot.
mean, I played Persona for like 3 hours.
I played it
so-
for like 30. What's happening?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I fell off Strikers pretty hard. I think you did too, didn't you, Caleb?
Yeah,
You only
pretty
say you were
much.
only about 3.
I mean, I want to go back. I own it, so there's
So
no
do I.
reason to not go back. But there's just too many things coming out. Haven't had a good lull yet.
You
I
get
think
to
we're-
it.
I think we're getting there. I think after
We'll see what. When is E3?
June.
middle of June, but who knows what that even means?
What? And I'm. You know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
when are the game announcements coming?
Yeah.
When is Keeley gonna Keeley?
Mid June. Yeah, when Jeff Keighley sees a shadow, we'll.
No, but it's not really like there's not. I mean, we have because Resident Evil, like, I'm still playing that, and then I really do want to check out Biomutant, and then Ratchet and Clank. Like, there's stuff.
There's
like,
stuff
coming
here, but I
quickly.
don't think there's anything between Ratchet and Clank, and September.
Let me see.
As I just looked through everything, I was like, there. I think there's a Shin Megami Tensei game in there for you.
It's a remake,
Oh,
so I don't really care about
it's not that exciting. Yeah. Otherwise,
And also the Shin Megami Tensei, like I never really got into that series. It's specifically Persona.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't really see a whole lot in that.
Mario Golf.
Okay. I mean, I threw that in my queue. Don't act like I didn't. But as I was going through all the,
It's probably gonna be awesome.
I mean, it probably will be,
honest.
but it's,
The
that's
two
a pick up and play it here and there.
the two Ace Attorney games that never came out in the U.S. are finally coming out in the U.S.
Okay, that's a.
Are
killer
those
game.
Switch? Are those Switch releases?
I believe so.
Okay.
Looks
just
like
curious.
everything actually, everything except Xbox.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Must be a Japanese thing.
Uh,
Well, I guess I'm the one who's gonna play it then. That's my new rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits. That looks cool.
Oh, that I missed that. I don't. Think,
August.
Okay.
But yeah, there's not a
that
ton. But
that I do want to play. I,
I
didn't
think
see that
there's
on my
there's
list.
one or two things a month that.
Yeah. Okay. July just was like for me. It was like,
Yeah.
There's nothing here. So okay, and I didn't see anything in August either. But that kind of comes out then. I was interested in that. I didn't realize that was coming out then. All right. Well, let's hit into TV for the week. Anybody watch anything new that they liked this week, or
I did.
you did?
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
I watched Girls 5 Eva.
I that was on my list of shows to watch, and we didn't make it to it.
Okay.
But how is that show?
So this is for people that don't know, this is a Tina Fey show, and it is very much in the format of 30 Rock and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Like,
okay,
if you like those shows, you like the way they're paced and the jokes come out, you will like this.
okay.
It's about a former girl band. Is
It
that
looked
a
like
thing?
to me. It looked like the Spice Girls. Like,
Yeah.
in the premises that like somebody a recent hip hop artist sampled them.
Yep.
On a new track, and all of a sudden people were like, "Oh, who is that?" And
His name is like Little Stinker, I think.
and so then they became popular again, and that's the whole story. Is like they're popular
Yeah,
again, right?
but
Or-
it's really funny. It's like
Okay.
very witty. There's 8 episodes. I watched them all.
What's the network?
Peacock.
Peacock.
big
yeah.
acts.
Yeah, it's if you like Tina Fey, you will like this show. Yeah,
I liked 30
The-
Rock a lot. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt I fell off of.
the main
after
character
a
is
while.
very much Liz Lemon in a lot of ways.
Who is
You
the
and your
main
little
character?
lemon party.
is
I
it-
don't know.
Is it Busy Phillips?
No,
the blonde.
no, she's
Is it Sarah Bareilles?
yes.
It is Sarah
I don't
Bareilles.
know her
Okay.
from anything. I don't think.
She's a singer. I mean,
Oh, okay.
This is I think her first time acting.
Got it. Well, if
I-
that's true, then she does a really good job.
I mean she might have been in something, but I don't know what. Nothing famous that I
Yeah.
can recognize. Like I mean, Sarah Bareilles to me was. I think she was.
The best character
Love Song?
is and I don't know the actress's name, but she's in Community, or not Community. She's in AP Bio.
Mhm.
She's the secretary, and she's hilarious. Let me look up her name real quick, just so I get it.
That's why I was just looking up the Girls 5 Eva.
Girls 5 Eva cast.
Yeah, it's Sarah Bareilles, Busy Phillips, Paula Pell.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
Do you recognize her face from anything?
Mm-mm.
She's the highlight of the show for me. Just her sense of humor is very good. Yeah, I would recommend the show. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's very good. Like it a lot.
But if it hits that mold and does it well, then that's what you want from it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I might watch that, to be honest. I like 30 Rock quite a bit.
Yeah, Sarah Bareilles. This is her first real acting gig.
Wow.
Like the only things that she's ever done, like she did a little bit of a thing in Jesus Christ Superstar, like one of the like made for TV things. But even that, I mean, that's a musical, so you're kind of just doing that. But she had a cameo appearance in Community in 2013. That's it.
Wow. Okay. She does a fantastic job.
Oh,
Very impressed
interesting.
for the
Yeah.
first role.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
Yeah.
she was.
There's also there are several original songs in this, like the girl band songs that they made up for it, and they are really good. They're like actually kind of catchy, but also hilarious.
Is it like the Let's Go to the Mall,
Kind of.
like that kind of
But
thing?
like Girls 5 Eva, like there is a song that they sing as well.
Oh, of course,
so,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We were gonna watch it, and it was like, okay, we chose a different comedy instead.
Which was?
That damn Michael Che.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
So Michael Che, you're familiar with him though?
Yeah, SNL.
Okay.
Weekend Update?
Weekend Update, and he used to do Daily Show as well. He was on Daily Show with back with Jon Stewart days.
Okay.
So this is a HBO Max. This is a Max original. It is a sketch show, but more along the lines of like Chappelle's Show, but not as over the top of Chappelle's Show. Like it's like him sitting in a room, being interviewed, just talking about certain things, and then they cut to a sketch kind of thing. So not like where Chappelle's Show, he was doing a stand-up routine and then about something, and then they cut to a sketch. So very similar type of setup, hitting on all of the major political things of today, hitting on all. So he's hitting on all of those type of things and just putting his spin on it and putting a comedic spin on things. Like there's an episode or not an episode, but because the episodes all have themes for the most part, and one of them is about like a black guy getting shot and not wanting to take the ambulance because it's too expensive to take the ambulance, so they try to get a Lyft or an Uber, and it just goes all kinds of crazy from there.
That frames what this show is.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so it goes into that route. It gets into like his relationships and stuff, and how he's, it's the same type of thing most comedians do, but Che's so dry with some of his stuff. Like, he's a very dry comic, and that's why I say it's different tonally than Chappelle's Show. It's very much the same platform, but take everything down to the dry Che level. And
So is he playing characters?
for the most part, he's himself.
Okay.
But he's himself in situations.
Okay.
Like, so it's it's not but then there's young versions of him. There's so like there's him like, okay, back in like when I was 12, he's like, when I was 12, people would do this and this, and so then it would cut to a sketch of like there's a guy who plays not really a father figure. He just kind of plays he plays the older black man that like like when I was a kid, this guy who was in his 50s, this is what he told all of us. And he kind of plays that same character. It doesn't matter what generation. He just happens to be that same guy or whatever. And he's always the same age. Like, it's just kind of funny. But because that guy, he goes to get his prostate checked, and like it's a whole story. But I think it's pretty funny. It's definitely worth checking out. Most of the episodes are 20 minutes, so
that's an interesting runtime.
They're like it's like a half-hour show essentially. So
without commercials.
So that's why they're between 20 and 24 minutes ish. So I think they just they don't have a 22-minute hard runtime, so they can edit out what they feel like and make the show whatever they want. But I think it's pretty good. We're 4 of 6 episodes in.
Okay.
I like it a lot. So
the other thing I watched was the final season of Shrill on Hulu.
Oh yeah,
this is A.D. Bryant's show. Speaking of SNL,
yeah, she reminded me of that this week.
Yeah,
that Shrill was out.
Yeah, that show. I don't think it's very good, but I did watch all 3 seasons of it. So the thing that I'm conflicted on is I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but I go back and forth on the main character in that show as to whether or not she's a good person or not.
Is that A.D. Bryant?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like, sometimes you'll have an episode where you feel bad for her and you're like, oh yeah, she did get the rough end on that one. But then another episode, she'll do something just really, really dumb and like hard on somebody else. And she goes back and forth so much in that show. The highlight of the season for me was, Jason, you watched Manhunter, right?
Absolutely.
The bigger serial killer that they kept interviewing that was imprisoned.
Yeah, that actor.
Yeah, that actor plays a love interest.
Interesting.
And he is fantastic.
Really?
He's a really good actor. I thought he was good in Manhunter.
Yeah,
too.
I thought he was too.
Yeah.
Manhunter or Mindhunter?
Sorry, Mindhunter.
Sorry.
I was like, I don't know what Manhunter is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was my mistake. But yeah, he does a really good job, and like he really. Well, you guys are probably never going to watch it, so, but so she treats him very poorly twice. Once in a blind date scenario, they kind of get over that, and then they actually start dating. And then at the series ends with her kind of dumping him for no good reason. And you just feel really bad. I felt really bad for him because I thought he was like a really good guy, and like the actor that played him was really genuine at playing it. So it was just, I have a lot of conflicting thoughts about that show. I don't know why I watched the whole thing, but
Sometimes it happens.
yeah,
Sometimes it just happens. You're like, man, I'm sticking with this, and I don't know why.
yeah,
Something about it works for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But you can't necessarily
think
recommend it.
It was more that like the side characters I think are what carries that show,
Okay.
which is interesting. But yeah, I don't necessarily think I'd recommend it to anybody, but it's out there.
It's out there.
And then, did you guys watch the first 2 episodes of Mythic Quest?
I did.
I didn't. No, I
Okay.
didn't know. I'll make a note.
First episode.
First episode, bad,
bad.
terrible.
Yeah,
That's
like
a bummer.
really bad.
Second
kinda
episode,
shocking.
way better.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just the after I watched
Well,
the first
okay.
episode, I was like, oh boy. This,
So the first episode, they use. I'm not going to spoil it. So they use a trope that I hate, and they use it repeatedly in that episode. So I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on that, Jason. If you had the same reaction as us,
Yeah,
maybe that doesn't
okay.
bother you as much as it bothered me. But
it was just also boring.
yeah,
It was just the whole episode I did not think was good at all, and so I'm with you that. But the second episode pretty well redeemed itself.
Yeah.
Felt like it was back to Mythic Quest again.
yeah.
If that makes sense, if that's a thing.
That's
But-
good.
But then is it probably going to be just one a week after this?
Yeah, 1 a week from now on.
Yeah, one a week. Yeah, Apple TV tends to like, hey, we'll give you 2 episodes the first week, and then you gotta.
I still love the experimentation with that. How different networks are trying different stuff.
Every episode's a little bit different. And everything else.
The Netflix show The Circle I talked about a few weeks ago. They did 4 episodes for 3 weeks in a row, and then the finale was by itself on the 4th week.
Sure.
So 4, 4, 4, 1. It's like, do whatever like you think is gonna be best for your show. Like,
Right. Yeah. Do whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
kind of love that.
I watched the first episode of The Mayor of Easttown.
Okay, I gotta admit something here.
Mm-hmm.
You've been talking about this show, and I thought it was Mayor. Like,
Oh
Wild.
yeah,
mayor of-
yeah, sure, I could see. Yeah, I mean, I think the title is a play on words in that way.
Yeah, So when I saw the title for the first time, I'm like, wait, I've been hearing this.
This is
like,
a male
totally
horse
wrong.
of Easttown.
There you go, Logan. Well done.
Yeah. Did you watch it at all, Caleb?
No, I think this is a you guys show. I don't think it's a me show.
I'm gonna reserve any judgment on this show for one more week. So, I think that's. I've watched the first episode. I've got thoughts, but I'm willing to just maybe I should give this show one more week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first and second episodes are definitely different.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm surprised you're watching it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think. I'm surprised you're watching it. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah. What drew you to that show?
You told me it was like The Killing. I like The Killing.
Well, yeah, I guess it begins to be like The Killing in the second episode. Yeah.
I see a lot of The Killing even in
Oh,
the first
do you?
episode.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's more like The Killing in the second and third episode than the first one. The first, I don't know if the first show is, or the first episode is, it seems disjointed to me. I feel like the first episode is like on an island compared to
Okay.
the rest of it. So we'll see what you think.
My
but-
initial impressions of it is it's either massively overwritten or overacted, and I can't tell which one it is. But it's almost if you were to put that in an isolation, it's almost a parody of itself. Like that, these people wouldn't be this ridiculous,
So-
but yet they're super serious about it.
It either goes too far or not quite far enough.
Yes. Like if it went just like one more step farther, like it would be a Weird Al video. But if you brought
would be
it back,
Beef House.
but if you brought it back one more, like it would just probably be a bad CBS procedural.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure where that is yet, but boy, it like some of just like the situations and stuff, like the first thing where she was like, yeah, I slept with you, but I'm not doing like we're not talking ever again after this. This is a one night thing. Like because I'm the mayor of Easttown. Like it was just like, what? Like no. Like I felt like she was like she's too hardcore. Like that's all I'm getting at was just
Look
like
at Jason's face right now.
the main character is a little too rough around the edges. Like she's too Pennsylvania tough.
Mm.
Like that they could have taken it back a step.
You're like, how does she get voted in?
Exactly.
Well, she won the race, or he won the race.
Well, she did get an award the first night, the first episode. It was very confusing to start with, and it was like, oh, okay, now I get this whole thing. But it's
Yeah, you learn. I'll see what you think, because there's more revealed about her character in the second episode and why she is carrying so much baggage around.
okay.
There's more things that have happened to that character than you know in the first episode.
Okay, because yeah, it is almost just like she's too grizzled. Like she's about ready to be what's that? Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what that Saving Grace on TNT. Like it was about like some. There were some moments I was like, oh, like really? We're going this far? Okay, like all right. She's not that tough, but like it, like she twists her ankle chasing after a bad guy. The other guy's puking in the other room because he can't stand the blood, but she's like, suck it up, man. Like, okay, like I get you got Kate Winslet for this, but it was
Gotcha.
a little too much. So at the same time, like I'm interested in the murder story. Like, how did this? There's a lot of people that could have killed her. Oh, sorry, spoiler. Killed her. Not the mayor.
Kate Winslet. No,
Kate Winslet's dead first episode. That's the no, that's not.
it's
it.
like Memento.
So I don't know. We'll see what the I want to give it a shot, but yeah, I was just like, okay, this was a lot.
I don't think that show's for you. It's clear. If you, all of that stuff, I don't think that you're going to be able to watch it in earnest if you feel that way. Honestly,
Really?
yeah, you're not. You're just. It's not for you. And the way that things just aren't for you, it's no. As I would watch episode 2, but I would be shocked if you go back after episode 2.
Now he's
Okay.
going to do that out of spite.
It's not if you feel that like if you feel that way about watching that first episode, like I couldn't disagree more with like half of what you said.
Really?
Yeah, I think no, I don't, but I didn't get the. Well, also it could be because I know more about her character than you though too. Because I've watched more of it, so maybe that's it. It could be just because they paint a better picture of her travels and why she is the way she is.
Because the first episode, she's just all over the place. I mean, it's just like this
Because she's got problems.
Because this first day in her life, it's just like real. Like nobody has this shitty of a day. Like
It's gonna get worse.
Well, yeah, she's going to die.
She might, man. I don't know. Yeah.
Logan already spoiled it.
Because
Right,
it does
right.
become more formulaic in the second episode, but it also because like you got to figure out like you got to get to it eventually, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these are all the characters.
right.
Who did it?
There's the establishment of everybody and who they are, and that's why I was just like, they established her too hard. It was just my thought of the whole thing. It was like they just took everything and was like turned it up one notch too high on that first episode. Everybody else I felt like was, the girl's dad was like he was a little much. in the first episode. Like, but they were just like everybody was just up 1 degree higher than they maybe needed to be. But maybe I'm supposed to hate everybody for a reason.
Oh yeah, no,
There's
you're not supposed to like any of them, so it's effective in that way.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it just was. SNL parodied it this week, by the way.
That makes sense.
But it was.
I mean, if it's the HBO Sunday Night Show, somebody should be parodied.
But they
parodying it.
they parodied the Pennsylvania portion of it, which I know nothing of local Pennsylvanian culture, so it was.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know there was a Pennsylvanian culture piece to because I think they referenced Allentown a lot, which I was like, aren't they in Easttown? But she's the mayor of that town. I mean.
It's just east of Allentown.
Just east of Allentown. Maybe that's what it is. East of Allentown. It's
North Haverbrook.
yeah. There you go. It hasn't been new recently at all. I feel like the last few weeks. No
What?
New
Yeah,
Simpsons.
no.
Was
this,
there?
Yeah.
Was there one last
night? There was.
Oh, I didn't look last night to see if
Yeah,
there was.
it was okay.
Okay.
It's a future episode
Ooh, I always like a
Yeah.
good future episode of The Simpsons.
based around Lisa.
They're always based around
Yeah.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Because Lisa's
Because
always the
nobody else has
president.
any future.
Right.
Well, yeah, right. She's
You have one character that can't talk, literally,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Bart, who's a moron. So
Right.
yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. American Dad has been new. Everybody caught up on American Dad.
I'm not caught up. I did finish the second episode with the American Girl Russian story.
Yeah, the Russian doll story.
Have you seen that episode? Jeez. It's as good as you said it would be.
It shows that's a real good episode. It's so dumb.
We need more Roger this season. Hasn't been enough Roger.
Yeah, that's a good point. How many
Mm.
episodes are they in now? Right
Just on the
now?
Well, tonight there'll be a fourth, right?
Okay.
Okay, tonight.
I don't even
Oh
remember
yeah,
what the third
obviously I'm
episode
not caught
was.
up on tonight's episode.
Yeah, it's literally airing right now. I don't even remember what the third episode was. Do you?
What was it called? We can look real quick.
I know. I was just gonna look. I don't think Family Guy's been new in quite a while either. But I don't know.
Are they mid-cycle right now with Family Guy? Not yet, maybe.
What do you mean, like mid, like the?
In the middle of the season? No, it's
oh.
actually it's gonna.
Stan moves to Chicago. It was just okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just okay. Russian Doll was really good, but Stan moves to Chicago, not that great.
Tonight's is called Shakedown Steve.
The Steve episode
Well,
is
Steve episodes pretty good. Yeah, they're always
Yeah.
good. What was his side story? Didn't he have a good side story during the Russian Doll episode?
it was the whole thing of like his boy band.
Oh, the murderer.
There was a
the
murder-
older one
Yeah.
from the boy band.
Mhm.
That was genius. Like that, they could have spent an entire episode on that, but instead it's a side story.
It was like the C plot.
Yeah, it was because the B plot was Klaus doing Roger's taxes.
That's right.
Yeah.
With all of the characters.
Yes.
And actually,
that's right.
there was actually kind of a D plot too, because Haley and Jeff switched bodies. In
No,
that
that was the
episode.
first.
Oh, that was the first.
Oh
one.
no, it was. It was the beginning of that episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just did that, and then that was not part of the episode at all.
Man,
There
it's a
was
good episode.
So much going on.
It's a
in
good
that
one.
Yeah.
Episode. Oh god, there was one other thing I watched. Set the timer.
Oh yeah. Yep. What are we at? 2 minutes this week,
2
right?
minutes.
That's more than enough.
All
It
right.
might be this week. Might be. I don't even know if I've got 2 minutes this week.
Well, you said that last week, and you made it. So
True, I did make it. So
okay.
tell me when you're ready.
I'll just do the stopwatch
Okay.
this time.
So this week, John Stamos in his hands himself. He wanted to recruit a girl from another school. He thought that they could.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, you can. So these are like private schools
right,
in
it's
Southern
private, yeah.
California. So yeah, private school, Southern California. He wants to recruit the girl who's going to Carlsbad. He's the episode is called "Great in the Living Room," because I mean John Stamos is great in the living room. He's great in everybody's living room. But the thing is this girl's supposed to be like she's going to UConn and she's already like planned on only going for 1 year and going to the WNBA. Like that's how good she is, and he's trying to recruit her over. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll get you a full scholarship." And yeah, the parents are like, "And And she's like, yeah, they're giving us a $5,000 vacation to sew
1 minute.
where okay. And but the problem is he's trying to make it this big deal to get this girl, but all the girls on his team are like, oh, are we not good enough? So, he's like, you told us we were all good, and we had a chance to be great, and
Any jogging?
no jogging this episode. No jogging. We did. I think no. I was gonna say, did we get a tear? No, I don't think we got a Stamos tear this episode. No Stamos tears this episode.
Any Greek yogurt?
Any actual development for anybody except for John Stamos' character?
As soon as I thought about the Oikos commercial, and I just couldn't do it.
You're welcome.
Okay. A lot of no. We had a girl on the team.
10 seconds.
Damn it! She signed a quick Instagram contract with a cheap swimsuit group. Everybody told her that it was a bad company and that they make all their kids in sweatshops. Damn it!
Damn, they went the sweatshop route. It was interesting right at the end
It's
there.
time, Jason.
I know. Too bad he can't talk about it anymore.
And you can't either.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
You took
This is
I lost 20 seconds due to the
minutes.
Oikos joke.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Do I get 20 seconds back?
No.
Damn it!
As the official judge of the Stamos Minute.
I'm only got 1 minute next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. This is gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
No yogurt jokes. No time.
yogurt jokes. No.
No
there's
time for 'em.
I'm gonna. I might have to write this out.
I'm
Actually.
just really looking forward to the season finale when Logan just goes, Stamos. That's it.
Stamos, comma, John.
Because it's 10 episodes, and that was episode 4.
Yeah.
So
It's going to get tougher and tougher.
it is gonna get tougher. Well, the good thing though is my daughter wants to watch like Friday night. Boom, we had to watch it. So she really likes the show. Maybe she just likes Stamos.
The last thing I wanted to mention was that Bird Girl wrapped up its first season, 6 episodes. It's okay.
I can't stay awake even for the 15 minutes that it's on.
Well,
and it's actually 12.
No, they're like half hour.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Harvey Birdman and they were 12-minute episodes.
No, maybe they should be, but they're not.
I've tried a couple times. I really have. They're just not good.
Yeah. I really like the dog character because he does dog things.
Does dog things.
The dog of Easttown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that show. It's fine.
Okay.
I watched like the first 5 minutes of the first episode,
Yeah.
and then something happened.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. Like, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I
I
tried it
wouldn't
again the next night
Don't
and I
stress
fell
out
asleep.
about watching that.
I just love
It's
Birdman
not Harvey
so much.
Birdman. It's
Yeah.
not Harvey Birdman.
Yeah.
Birdman's so good.
I really like the theme song of Bird Girl.
Bird Girl?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I watched the first episode of, is it Yusuke?
Oh, yeah,
yes. I
yeah.
also watched the first episode of Yusuke.
Yasuke.
Yasuke, thank you.
Yasuke.
Yeah, Yasuke,
Mhm.
thank you.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
No,
Yeah.
not into it.
I might, it's only 6 episodes, so I will probably power through that
Okay.
because I like watching it, looking at it. We'll see.
Yeah, the story's not going to be anything revolutionary, or it is a very generic story.
I will say that there are samurais and there are people with superpowers and there are mechs.
Yeah.
And there's
So-
magic as well.
There's some sci-fi going on there.
Yeah, I was interested in that, and then they started going on their slow walking journey, and I started falling out of it.
There's usually like one big fight an episode.
Yeah. It starts off with a big crazy fight at
Yeah.
the beginning, and then yeah. I don't know if I fully understand what's going on yet, though. Either.
Yeah, you might not.
I don't.
It's
yeah,
not super clear.
I'm an episode and a half in, and I certainly don't because they're running the origin story and the like
Current.
current day story
yeah.
like side by side. So I'm like the second episode I've seen like mostly just flashback after the encounter at the beginning of that episode. I mean, they're like 22 minutes long, 6 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to power through that because it's pretty animation. I guess it's my animation year.
Yeah.
I haven't watched an animated show in like 5 years, and now I'll just watch a bunch of them.
Hey. It was probably easier to animate shows last year than it was to get a bunch of people in the same room
That's
together.
a good point.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know, because you can remote record people's voices and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like versus getting a bunch of people in a room. I don't know.
I noticed that I don't watch anything else, but I noticed there was the HBO documentary Dump Truck backed up
Oh,
to HBO Max. So yeah, apparently there's a bunch of good documentaries, and then the actress who plays the mom on Mayor of Easttown.
Oh yeah,
Apparently
she's in something.
She's in a show called Hacks that is like
I want to watch that.
doing very well critically.
It comes out on, I think, Thursday.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's definitely on my list.
Yep, me too. So I can see some HBO in my future.
What is her name? Jean Smart.
Yep.
She has been in a lot of things recently for whatever reason. What else did I watch her in the other day? I saw.
So that's a Max show?
Yeah,
Not
it's just an HBO show. Yeah, I'm not sure Max exclusive or not. So
I'm curious
Yeah.
what format that's going to take. As in, like, what when they'll release episodes. I'm gonna add it to my calendar and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go back to the Head?
Oh, I kind of forgot about it.
You should do that instead of Mary Easttown. That's more up your alley, and I bet your wife would like that too, if she wants to continue watching that. But that's more your thing than Mary of Easttown for sure. If you're gonna watch an HBO show, that's an hour. I would recommend that over.
Okay, 2 episodes a week. It looks like for Hacks.
2 a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you ask whether because if it's an HBO show once a week, but if it's a Max show, it could be.
You never know.
Could be anything.
Yeah,
it could be
right.
anything. It could be a boat. I don't know.
Anything else, guys?
I don't think I got anything else. At least I knew I was like watching things, but I forgot that I even watched Yasuke. I was just so used to Yusuke from Persona.
Yeah, that's why I said it that way.
Well, there's
for sure.
There's a Yusuke, and then
Aren't they spelled the same way?
no.
I think that's
Yusuke is not.
Which one's because there's a Yusuke and there's a Yosuke
Oh,
in 4. Is he in 4 or 3? I don't remember now. But there's a Yasuke, a Yusuke, and a Yosuke.
too many skates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think we're good to go. What are we eating? The bourbon bacon burger from Wendy's.
We're gonna go to a good fast food restaurant.
Okay, Wendy's
Actually, I don't mind Sonic. Just that was
Yeah.
No thanks.
Sonic special items tend to be bad, I think.
The one time we had good luck, the chicken slanger.
The
Yeah.
slangers were good.
I think that's actually a permanent item though for them now. They
It
must have
is?
done so well.
Ooh, I would order those again. Like those were good.
I did.
To Sonic.
You know, she did
To
give me a free onion ring when I went through. She was like, here's a thing for a free onion ring.
Oh, I thought you like literally got a single.
No.
Like here, have a ring.
You were given a coupon.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
given a coupon.
I literally with Logan, I was like, she handed you an onion ring. That's
Like this one
literally-
fell out of the fryer.
A free onion ring. Yeah, this was on the floor. You want it? And he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it, though. Put it directly in my mouth.
Oh, with that being said, this has been the Master of Unlocking podcast for this week, and you can put it directly in his mouth.